Hey guys, today we are going to be learning about arguments. So, we're going to be learning about default arguments and also keyworded arguments. So, we'll just jump straight into it. So, default arguments allow your functions to have a default value if you didn't specify. So, normally, when I use this student function, it just asks me for two things, a name and a GPA, and then it'll just print those things for me. So for name, I'll say Kyle. And for GPA, let's say 1.0. Did not do so well. So when we run this, you can see Kyle and 1.0 print out just like we'd expect. So let's say I didn't include this GPA. Well, right now, my code's just going to crash. It says, you're missing a required positional argument. So instead, to make a default argument, I can go up to GPA and say GPA is equal to 4.0. So what this does is when I run this, if I don't supply a second argument or a GPA argument, it's going to assume I want a default of 4.0. And I can do the same thing for name. So I'll go up here and say Tom. So now if I don't include anything, I just call student, it's going to default to Tom and 4.0, and I can run this to show you, and there we go. So a problem we have right now is if we wanted to pass in a GPA and not a name, we can't, because so far in this course, if we want to pass in two parameters, we have to pass in the first one and then the second one. Right? We have them separated by comma and they just go in order. So first would be assigned a name, second would be assigned a GPA, but what if I want the default name but I want to specify a GPA? So this is where keywords come in. So what I can say here is the name of this parameter, so GPA, is equal to some value. So I'll say 3.5. So I can run this and see Tom 3.5 print out, because since I didn't specify a name, we're defaulting to Tom, and I explicitly said look for a GPA parameter and then set its value equal to 3.5, and that's how we get Tom 3.5 to print out. So again, these are default arguments, and then down here there is an example of using a keyword argument to pass in a value. So those will come in handy down the line. They're not super common, but very good to know. I hope you guys learned something. I'll see you in the next one.